Today we are packing up our tools and we're moving out of the studio. Not very far, let me show you where. We are moving all the way to here. Right there. The reason that I'm going to do that tree is that I want it right in the front of the house there to watch the property, but also it's a tree that I planted too close to the house and I'm going to have to do some major trimming in the coming years or even remove it. So I thought it'd be a good tree to experiment on. You know, they say you can do up to 1/3 of the circumference of a tree, and we're not going to get anywhere near that. But I'm going to punch a little wood spirit in there, and yeah, it should be fun. I'm just going to go set up, give myself a little workstation, gather up my tools, and we'll just dig right in. Put a center line on there. This is nice juicy wood. Indelible pencil writes on wet wood. A marker or anything else is no good, but this is from Lee Valley, but they're great. You can draw on wet wood. I was just thinking in my head, if this is the top of the skull and that's the chin, the eye line is pretty much halfway. All right, and then the nose. All right, and the chin. The mouth would be here, so that'll be the mustache. So really, we got to dig this in a lot deeper, but that's just how I kind of figured it. Eye line, roughly centered, maybe a little bit higher than center. It doesn't have to be exact, but we got to get the forehead back, nose out. I want to stress here the depth that I went in here. Now all this is still in flux. It's going to move and change, but I just want to make sure I don't want that face sitting on top of the tree. I want it in the tree. So from there I'm going to take this line here. I'm going to take my big old number 9 here. I'm just going to come right across the eye line. From here I'm going to flatten that forehead back to the corner. All right, so there, see how much we flattened that out now? Putting in the honker. Fine. I'm going to start with a really nice big nose. And of course, as we get the flares, it'll narrow itself up. But keeping the same... Whoops! I bumped you. I bumped you. Like so. So then I think I'm just going to draw the line. As you can see, this carving is just going to keep evolving as we go. So I haven't even dug in. This has to go much deeper, but I want to get the sides in the nose. And yeah, we're just getting it all set in place. I'm using the Monster number 11, 25. We're going to be doing some videos on chisel selection and sizing in the future, so don't get too caught up with that. But when we're doing the eyes here, the eyeballs here and eyeballs here, pretty much I want to keep that same size eyeball in between the two, okay? So this is really going to be thinned down and rounded over. But this wood spirit from here is only going to get bigger. It's going to flare out. This is the thinnest part of the head. So before I even dig out the eyes still, I want to make sure I got the same line all the way down, just to really define the outskirt of the face. There we go. Alright, I'm going back with my big old number 9 here. I'm just gonna go to town. Way in there. I'm going to take some of this hard edge brow line off of here. Both sides. I'll have to do that from the other side. And at the same time we do that, I'm going to run that down the nose. Got to get ready to start thinking about our nostrils and shaping up this nose a little bit too at the same time. Alright, I want to soften that edge when I move the camera, and then we will do the nose at the same time. So as you can see, before I do round 2 of digging out the eyes, I'm thinning that, getting that brow down again, which brings that nose out. And just give a little bit more room for the eyes to really clean them out again. Alright. Shaping the nose a little bit. Should be using my mallet. Got a little number 7 here. I'm gonna start splitting the brows here. I'm gonna take my number 8 now. Start doing the eyes again. I decided to bring that nose way down. All right. Get this forehead back even more again. That's the beauty of working on a tree. You can go deeper, and this is a good thing actually, because I didn't want that. I've said it 3 times already, I'm sure. I didn't want that face sitting on it. I wanted it in. So a little more work, just bringing it all back again, but in the long run, it's going to be for the better. All right. So maybe what I should do is just get you back to where we were. All right, we'll start over. This is going to be better. All right, we got our nose back. I'm going to take this number 7 here. I'm going to punch that right in there, straight in. That's going to be the edge of our nose on both sides. Straight in. Alright. Take a little relief out of there. Now we know where our nostrils are. And now we can work with them. See that? Now I can thin up the edges here. Bring it right up. Right up. There we go. And that's we're gonna make a little ball of a nose here. In fact, I should get a knife out soon. But we're also gonna thin these here. And we'll punch it, the same one. We're gonna punch it right in there. Hitting the camera on the way. See that? We give the nose in good shape. We're going to bring this in. I'm going to need a knife for that, I think. Rounding. There, you see that? I'm going to make a little ball for a nose. I'm just going to flick my knife up. Okay. I'm just going to do one side because I can't work nice and level with the camera. But got a little line right across here. I'm going to go up here, like so, and down, and the same on the bottom. Alright, I've got a very sharp number 15 3 V tool, and before I cut the eyeballs with the eye, I'm just going to go around and kind of set that where I want it before I get the knife in. Okay. Just setting it where it goes. Knife. With my knife, I'm just going to stick my knife in the corners first. Nice and deep. And take out that corner. I tell you, this birch is not, it's not basswood, is it? Same thing on this side. Sticking it in. I'm going to really dig in that corner. I want that eyeball to become a ball, so I want it really rounded, alright? I'm just going to run the knife along here. Shaver down. I'm gonna have to move the camera. Same on the top anyway. Just shaving it up. So I want that eyeball to be that eyeball shape, obviously. So now I'm just gonna feather it all around until we get what we want. Alright, there is our rounded eyeball, just cut straight in. I do the same thing, then we're going to come back and we're going to put in the eyelids. So I'll do this one and bring it back. Alright, we got both eyes are set. I'm going to take this number 12 V tool. I'm just going to ride it just above that line. Alright? Just above the eye is the center of the V tool. I'm going to bring it right down to a point here. Alright? So I'm going to start out slow. And just come around. Not trying to do it all at once. I'm going to make several passes. Just get her in there. See, we're starting to get some shape in there. Oh, I got my pencil in my hand. All right. Using the tree as leverage, I'm just digging that in there. See that? All right. Putting in the top eyelid. Coming up from the bottom here. Meeting it right there. There you go. Eyelid in place. Another number 11, little number 3. Just come around the bottom. Just gonna run that around the bottom. And right up in there. Alright, that's the eyeball set. And that's the sun out. She's warming up. I'm going to define the eyebrows themselves. And then clean up the cheeks before we start digging into the mustache, mouth, and beard. Alright? Well, I'm happy with it so far. That's really the nuts and bolts of the project, is getting the nose and the eye set. Now it's really figuring out the beard and the hair. But yeah, it's gonna get big quick. If you think about the mustache coming, nice big mustache, and then a beard, you can do something with the hair up here. So yeah, we're getting there, but it should go a lot quicker now that I've got that set in. So, drink my coffee and back at her. Okay, as you can see, I outlined the full shape here. Dug in the outline a little bit better. Still going to do a little swoop it with the hair, but the mustache is my priority right now. So, just dealing with that. I should have brought the cheeks down a little bit more, and I made them up, so a happy smile would be best, but we don't want them. We want a more ominous, so we're going to bring that mustache out quite a ways here. And we're going to tie in this little side hair with the side hair. We're going to tie in the side hair with the side hair, but you know what I mean. Now we're going to bring that down. Nice big mustache. give a couple little grooves to match that little center line. And we'll just kind of give them a random wrinkle here or there. All right. This guy's old. I don't know how old he can be because I planted the tree. But anyway, then these eyes here, they're going to come down and around below that eyeball. Give him some little bags here. Huh? Bring that up in there. Alright, something like that. Maybe a little line here up. Secondary little crease here. Then we'll do the eyes after I do this side. Put the eyes here. Now that's the eyeball. You know, reality is most eyes are a lot narrower slit, but I like a big eye. So let's go like this. Alright. But first I'm going to drill a little hole here. Not too deep, just enough to give a shadow. Same on both sides. I'm going to take a little chisel here. And I'm just going to mark both sides here. I'm just gonna bring that over. Okay. Let's get my knife out. Where's my knife? Alright. Same on this side. Just gonna roll it in. Don't want it too deep. Alright. Now, just gonna roll that eyeball over. Yeah. Just gonna roll that tool right into that other cut. Get the fuzz from that drill bit. Get out. Anyway, that's the idea. I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. Maybe put a little black dot even in the center if I want to. But I'll do the other side and come back. Just a quick little wipe with sandpaper, not too critical. Take some of the burnt spots off. You know, all the neighbors will come out and cut the grass as soon as you start making a video. So if your neighbor's grass is getting long and it's bothering you, step outside and make a video. Shake up my oil. Another thing too, when dealing with birch bark, it's a good idea to have a pail of water handy, because doggone, that was starting to burn pretty quick. But luckily it's not the really light paper birch. But I'm gonna oil this bad boy. I'm gonna call it done. Well, I think we're gonna call that one a wrap. I put that oil on just as an afterthought, really, just to protect that outer layer for a few days. It's not gonna be shiny or nothing. It's just gonna dry and kind of protect the edge for a bit. And same with the burning. I wasn't gonna burn it, but that birch was so white you couldn't really see any of the character to the carving, so it'll all gray up and it'll start to heal itself in there, and I'm really looking forward to that. So fun times. So if you bought me a coffee this week, I just want to say thanks. It's never expected, but always appreciated, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.